Hmm. Good day, everyone, and welcome. My name is Susan, and we're going to do a nice little yoga class today. A nice hatha yoga. All right, so to be comfortable on your sit bones and back is nice and straight. Whatever position is good for you. All right, if you're more comfortable sitting in any other position, absolutely. All right, so I'm going to go through the breathing as I do every class. In through the nose, out through the nose. Nice, long, full, smooth breath. Inhale completely. Always try and suspend your breath. Just hold it for a couple of seconds and exhale completely. So every breath you take is long and smooth. The whole time we're together. Even when I'm talking and demonstrating, just keep breathing, all right? So again, I'm going to cue you on your breathing when I say the next exhale or your next exhale is when we move. We always move on the exhale. And of course, I want you to really pay attention to how you feel, how you move, the positions your body get into. All right, if something we do is not going to feel good for you, please think about it before you try it. Make little adjustments along the way. All right, I'll show you a few different ways of doing pretty well everything anyway. All right, and if it really isn't going to feel good for you for any reason, remember you don't have to do it. All right, so that being said, we always start the class with a couple minutes of breathing and pranayama. Prana is breath and pranayama is breath control. And every week I choose a different mudra. So the mudra is just one of the different hand gestures. If you're not interested in that, just put your hands on your lap and you can do your pranayama that way. Otherwise, this week we are going to sit in Namaste Mudra. So hands into Namaste prayer pose. So I want you to close your eyes, start breathing. So Namaste Mudra neutralizes the positive and negative sides of the body, connects with the two hemispheres of the brain, bringing them into balance. The left is logical, the right side is imagery and creativity. Also, balancing the heart and the ego, connecting with your higher self. It's also a salutation. The spirit in me respects the spirit in you. Continue on your own personal pranayama for the next 2 minutes. Now's the time to drop your day and to settle your mind and to set an intention for your practice today. Focus on any situation in your life that needs guidance from your higher self. It's time to lower the heart rate, lower our blood pressure, and lower our anxiety level. Try to find stillness in the mind and body. One more big breath. And then from here, I'd like you to rub your hands vigorously, activate our hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center, close your eyes. Let's take a nice, long, smooth breath together to tune out. Inhale. One more big breath. And on the next exhale, I want you to drop 3 fingers. Keep the index fingers together, elbows wide, sitting tall. Let's take a breath together. And on the exhale, if you can, let's see if we can reach all the way up to the ceiling, right up. Reach, breathe. If this bothers your shoulders, bring your arms down a little bit lower if you need to. Otherwise, let's wake up that body, lengthen that spine, reach, breathe. Breathing into Jupiter Mudra, which is good luck and expansion are activated when together. Focus your energies on breaking through barriers for one more breath. On the exhale, I want you to bring your hands and arms forward, shoulder height. Lace the fingers, palms out. Now let's focus on the upper back and the shoulders. On the exhale, I want you to reach. Keep the shoulders relaxed, keep your back straight, and just reach. And you go as far as you can that's comfortable for you. Again, I don't want you to feel like you have to be aggressive. You don't have to force your body to do anything. You just find that place that feels good and stay there. One more breath. On the next exhale, release the hands, slowly bring them along the side of your body, right beside your hips. So this is a version of the seated fish pose. So this one is specifically for the chest now. Big breath. Exhale, shoulders up, bring them back, slide them down, and I want you to bring the shoulder blades together as tight as you can. Squeeze. And focusing on releasing, opening up the chest, the pectorals, the front of the deltoid of the shoulder, the heart center, and the rib cage. Releasing the tight chest muscles is really very important. It also will help you a lot with your posture. On the exhale, shoulders up, forward and down. Right, hands on your lap. Let's roll the shoulders out. Roll them out gently. And if they're tight, if they're stiff, just do what you can. But you know, the more you do it, the better they feel. It's such a nice, easy, quick way to release the tension that we hold in our shoulders, in our neck, our upper body. All right, we're going to go right into a seated twist pose from here. So right hand, reach way over here on the left knee, left hand behind your back. So we're going to look to the left. So this is working our spine. So go very slowly and gently. Big breath. And on the exhale, look over the left shoulder. Now try to keep your back straight, shoulders are relaxed. Now from here, be very careful. If you have issues with your back or your spine, you know, you don't have to go far. But those of you who want to go a little further, if you push on your knee more to the right, you'll get a little bit more if you've got a little extra kink you want to work out today. Carefully, of course. So keeping our back nice and strong, but also balanced, our spine. Releasing the nerves, the blood vessels, the muscles up and down your spine, but keeping it supple and agile. One more breath. Exhale, slowly release, come to center. Left hand on the right knee, right hand behind your back. Let's go to the right now, ready? On the exhale, see what this side does for you. Maybe this is the side of your body that's a little tighter, that just doesn't move as well. You know, so even if you move a little bit, that's okay. Breathe. Even in the twist pose, the breath is the same. One more breath. Exhale, come to center slowly. All right, left hand on the floor beside the left knee. This is where my little block comes in. So I'm going to show you 3 different ways to do this particular stretch, and then you can choose the one that works for you. Now the deepest version is elbow on the floor, my arm comes up to the ceiling, without my right sit bone coming off, of course. Now if that's literally too deep of a stretch, this is where my little handy block comes in. I can set it up beside my knee and I can rest my elbow on the block. It's a little bit easier that way. And if you don't have a block, then what you can do is just reach out, bend the elbow, and try it that way. You don't even have to put the elbow on the floor, all right? So, with a straight spine, right hand on right knee, left hand into position, either on the block or on the floor. Let's go. Inhale, left arm up, right arm up, and leaning on the left elbow. Now, my arm is nice and straight, lined up to the side of my body. So try to be aware that you're not like this. You're not tilted forward or all crooked, as best you can, of course. And then, of course, some of you want to go even further. You can reach a little more to the left if you want that little extra stretch in there. Really beautiful stretch from the fingertips right down to that right hip. One more breath. On the exhale, right hand to right knee. Stay in this position with the left elbow. And on the exhale, I want you to push away on the right knee. Bring the right shoulder a little bit closer to the left knee. Just until you feel the upper back, the shoulder, and all the way down. You don't have to go far to feel it. One more breath. Exhale, bend the elbow, come to center slowly and come up. All right, shall we try the other side? So if you're using your block, take it with you and set yourself up. Make sure you're comfortable on your sit bones. Left hand on left knee, right into position. One hand, right hand either on the floor or on the block. Let's inhale, left arm up. And always find a place that you can manage comfortably. You don't, like I said, you don't have to be aggressive. You don't have to force yourself to do anything. Wherever you are is where you need to be. On the next exhale, left hand to left knee. And on the exhale, push away, bring the left shoulder towards the right knee. One more breath. Exhale, bend the elbow and come to center and come up slowly. All right, lovely. All right, let's inhale, arms out. Exhale all the way up. Inhale into a gentle back bend or just reach up to the ceiling, whatever feels good for you. Breathe. Focus on the sensations of the breath. It's the same breath, long and smooth and complete every breath you take. One more. On the exhale, bring the arms and hands down onto the floor right in front of you. All right, so from here, all I want you to do is lean forward. I'm going to give you 3 places to go here. First, it's very important to keep your back straight. We're going to be hinging at the hips. So what you can do is you can lean forward and just keep your hands here and bend the elbows. Some of you want to go a little further, you can come down on the forearm. And if you want to go even further than that, you can reach your arms out and get the elbows off the floor. You can do it that way if you want. I'm just going to sit back here so you can see me a little better. All right, so ready? Big breath. On the exhale, lean forward. Now you don't have to go far. Now if you want to bow your head a bit, that's fine. You can do that if you like. So this is a really nice release, a nice lengthening, stretching of your spine, the shoulders, the muscles up and down your back. One more breath. On the next exhale, stay low, and I want you to slide, shift your body weight to the left. Weights on the left thigh, right hip on the floor. Now put your hands on the floor, bend your elbows. You can stay here. But if you want, every time you exhale, go a little further if you feel you need a little extra stretch today. Try to relax the shoulders. Try to be aware that your right sit bone stays on the floor. If you're reaching and you start kind of peeling off the floor, you're a little too far. I want you to be anchored to the floor. So this is a lovely release of the right side of the body. One more breath. Exhale, stay low and shift your body weight to the right. Weights on the right thigh, left hip on the floor. Now put your hands right here and just lean a bit. And if you find that you want to go a little further, just kind of crawl your fingers a little bit more until you find your edge. Just that place where you just really don't know if you want to go further. Maybe you can't go any further. That's your edge. Stay there and just relax and enjoy it for what you're doing, where you are. Now while we're here, let's recognize and release the tension that we hold in our face. So I want you to squeeze your face, scrunch it up, hold it as tight as you can. Let it go. Relax. Facial muscles, push the tension through your body into the ground. One more breath. Exhale, come to center and bring yourself up all the way. Hands on lap, roll the shoulders out again, roll them out. Really paying attention to the tension we hold in our shoulders and our neck. Releasing and recognizing the stress level as well. Roll it out. The more you do it, the better it feels. All right, let's release those legs a bit now. Let's get into our butterfly. So this is our butterfly bound angle pose. All right, so this particular position here is a stretch for the inner thighs. You can feel it opening up the hips, the tight glutes, the buttocks, releasing them, and the pelvic floor groin area as well. I'm going to give you 3 places to go here. Now, I always go with the deepest one first. The deepest version is hands on the ankles, elbows on the knees. I'm going to lean forward. If you find sitting like this, as far as you want to go or it can't go, just keep your hands right here. Stay right here, you don't have to do anything. And if you want to try another way, put your hands on the floor beside your hips, bring the shoulder blades together as you're relaxing your thighs and your hips, and you can stay here. Then you get a little extra stretch into your chest if you want to do it that way. Now, very important, your back is straight, your neck is long, and your head is level with your spine. So try not to bow your head around your shoulders when you do this, okay? So I'm going to do it my hands on the ankles. Ready? On the exhale, lean forward. Now, those of you who are doing it this way, a little bit of pressure on the knees is okay, not a lot. If you want to go further, lean forward more. Try to relax your hips and your thighs and breathe. Focus, concentrate on exactly what you're doing, where you are, how your body feels, the muscles you feel being lengthened and stretched. One more breath. Exhale, come up slowly. Okay, now we're going to stretch the left leg out. So I want you to make sure you wiggle around. You're nice and comfortable on your sit bones. Now, the left leg is going to be nice and straight. Make sure it's lined up with your hip. Right foot's in the cusp of the knee or along the calf if you prefer to have it there. We're going to do a single leg stretch from here. So both hands are going to be on the left knee or the left thigh. So we're going to do here, let me show you first. All I'm doing is I'm leaning forward. That's it. So this one is specifically for the hamstring, the back of the leg, the knee, and the calf. Make sure the toes are pointing up to the ceiling. Now here again, make sure your back is straight, head level with your spine. So try not to round your back and, bow your head around your shoulders. All right? So here again, you're going to lean forward. Now once you get comfortable, you can slide your hand down a little further if you want. Grab your ankle. Some people like to grab their foot, wherever it feels the best. All right? Let's start from way up here. Ready? Big breath. And on the exhale, lean forward. And if you can go a little more. Now, wherever you end up, I want you to think about how your knee and how your quads feel. The top of the thigh. If they're tight, try to let them go. Try to relax them. Come back to what you're doing. This is a very dynamic stretch. Most people have very tight hamstrings, so it's a really nice deep stretch. One more breath. Exhale, come up very slowly. All right, we're going to stay in this position a little bit longer. So we're going to do a nice move called a half butterfly. So I'm going to give you a couple of places to go. I'm going to take my right foot. If you can, bring that heel, tuck it up nice and tight into the groin area. All right. Now this is a really deep stretch for the right knee, the thigh, and the hip. If this is a little too intense, release it. Just move your foot down a little bit better, a little bit lower. All right. Find a place that feels better. I'm going to show you what else we're going to do. All right. Both hands are going to be on the inside of the left leg. So what I'm going to do here is all I'm doing is I'm leaning forward. I'm just bending the elbows. Some of you can reach out further. Some of you can come all the way down onto the forearm. That's pretty deep. So try to relax the position of your legs. So this, again, a deep stretch for the right leg and still focusing on the left hamstring. So two completely different stretches on either leg. Half butterfly, ready? Back is straight, head is level with your spine. Take your breath. And exhale. One more breath. On the exhale, come up, push yourself up very, very slowly. Okay, let's release that leg. Let's stretch it up. It might be a little tight, so be very careful. Move it slowly. All right, let's try this side here. So now, the right leg is nice and straight. Make sure it's lined up with your hip. The left foot's in the cusp of the knee. Again, if you prefer to have it along your calf or even your ankle, it doesn't matter, all right? Put it wherever it feels comfortable for you. Let's focus on the right leg now. So relax the shoulders, straight spine, take your breath, and exhaling. Now you always start, and then you decide if you want to go further or stay where you want to, just stay there, doesn't matter. But give your body time to release. That's why we move slowly, carefully, and very gently. It's not a race, there's no rush. One more breath. Exhale, come up slowly. Now, we're going to try the half butterfly with this side, with the left one here. Now, I'm still recovering from a little bit of an injury for my knee, so I can't get my heel way up into the groin. I'd like to. I probably will at some point, but I'm not going to push it. So I'm going to move it back to where I can that's comfortable for me. And if you can, bring the heel up into the groin, absolutely. But that's what I mean by making adjustments. I make adjustments all the time, you know, especially if you want to listen to your body. You don't want to hurt yourself. On the exhale, lean forward. One more breath. Exhale, come up slowly, all the way. Perfect. Okay. Now let's very gently stretch that leg out. Now stretch the legs out. Roll the shoulders out, roll them out. Okay, perfect. So we're going to do a nice little working some hands and some feet, all right? So sitting nice and tall. Again, this is our staff pose, so being aware of your posture, all right? So I want you to reach out with the left hand only. The right hand can just rest on your lap. Now while you're doing this, I want you to point your toes. Now the left fingers are open, bend at the wrist and just slightly turn out to the baby finger. Breathe. Very important that you're always being aware of your posture as best you can. Because when you're sitting nice and tall, you can take that breath. If you find that you're always kind of rounding your shoulders and bowing your head, your chest isn't compressed, you can't take that breath. So just sit up nice and tall. Now let's focus, come back to the hand. The flexor muscles, extensor muscles I should say, on the wrist, on the forearm, wrist and hand. On the exhale, straighten hand, bring it up. And right fingertips on the left, bring them back gently. Now from here, just get, very carefully. Beautiful stretch for the hand, the wrist, and the flexor muscles. And then release, left hand on the lap. Now let's try the right side. Now I want you to relax your feet. Now if you can keep your heels on the floor, but if you want to get your heels off the floor, that gives you a little extra calf stretch, you can try that. Or not, it's up to you. Let's come back to the hand. Right hand open. Make sure you relax the shoulders, focus on the forearm, the wrist, and the hand. One more breath. On the exhale, bring it up, bring it back. So I want you to focus on exactly the part of the body you're working with right now. The rest of your body's relaxed, the breath is flowing. Might even have a little smile on your face. Happy to be here today. And release. Heels on the floor, relax your legs and your thighs. Now let's come up to the hands and the fingers. Let me show you this one here. We're going to specifically work on mobility and range of motion of the fingers, all right? So let me show you first. What I want you to do is we're going to fold the fingers until you get just the first joint, till you get like a hook almost. And then you're going to straighten them at the big knuckle. And then you're going to go into a very loose fist. And then you're going to straighten them, hook, and up. All right? Now you can do whatever you'd like with your thumb as well. All right? So sitting nice and tall. First of all, let's roll the shoulders up. Roll them out. Just relax. All right. Let's come back to the hands and fingers. All right. So ready? Take an inhale. On the exhale, fold just at the first, like a little hook almost. From here, straighten the fingers as best you can. And then from here, we're going to do a very loose fist, so very loose. You can wrap your thumb around, very loose. Focus on your hands, relax your shoulders. Now let's go backwards now, so straighten the fingers. And then into the little hook. And then now we're going to open them up. There, stretch them out. All right, and let them hang. Roll the wrist around, play a little piano, nice and slow. And then I want you to shake them out, shake those hands out completely. All right, perfect. Roll the shoulders out in between. All right, let's quickly work some ankles. So we're going to do today is just a plantar flexion. You're going to push the foot forward and you're going to bring it back. That's it. 4 times. So really focusing on the ankles, the foot, the toes, and the lower leg muscles. So another hand position. You can have your hands beside your hips. If you want to kind of lean back and relax and do it that way, that's fine. Make sure your back stays straight. Ready? Let's go. Inhale. Inhale, push it forward. Now, when we're doing 2 or 3 or 4 different moves of every position, if you could only manage 1 or 2, that's fine. Don't worry about it. You always want you to make sure you listen to your body. And let's do 1 more, huh? Really strengthening the ankles, the lower legs as well. And then relax. Relax your legs. Let's play a little piano with the toes around the ankles. If you want to add the hands, and you can go a little faster if you want. All right, now we're nice and warmed up. Let's start moving. So we're going to get into our tables, onto our hands and knees. So now with my classes, I always offer little extra padding, and this is just a Pilates mat that I cut up. Some people have little issues with their knees or their wrists, so it really helps a lot. It's a little bit more comfortable. But you can use, a thin towel, thin blanket, or a very thin pillow as well if you don't have a little extra padding. Makes a difference, makes it just a little more comfortable if that's what you need. All right, so this is our table. All right, so ankle and knees are lined up, knees are hip distance apart, arms are lined up, head is level with your spine. Let's work that spine, cat and cow. Ready? Inhale, head up, sacrum up, C-scoop spine. Exhale as you arch the back, chin to chest, belly button to spine. Keep going all the way up. Working on flexibility of the spine, lengthening the spine, releasing that tight spine. This is a beautiful stretch. Exhale, arch the back. Releasing upper back, beautiful stretch for the lower back, all the way. Cat and cow, breath and motion, meditation and motion. Come all the way up. And one last time. And then from here, come to center, neutral position. All right, so we're gonna do a nice little stretch, and this is a nice gentle hip opener, and it's called a frog or tadpole. I'm gonna show you both, and you can decide on what's gonna work for you. Now, the upper body, we're gonna come down on the forearm, and you're gonna bow your head. Now, the lower body, if you can't get your knees very far apart, stay there. Keep your knees and your legs where they are. That would be your tadpole. If you can, open up your knees a bit wider. Now, as wide as the edge of the mat is as wide as I want you to go, if you need to go that wide. Because once you get on the floor, it's a bit slipperier, so you don't want to lose control. So if you do this wider, this would be your little frog. Make sure the ankle is lined up behind the knee. Again, I'm coming down on the forearm, and I'm bowing my head. You don't have to put your head on the floor, just bow your head. And just relax and breathe. This is a hip opener, gentle release of the pelvic floor groin, the glutes and the lower back. One more breath. On the exhale, come up, bring the arms up, bring those knees together if they're really wide apart. Let's go right into child's pose from here. You can open up your knees a bit if you need to. On the exhale, I want you to lean back. Now, child's pose, make sure your head and your neck are properly supported on your stacked fist. Some people like to rest their forehead on their block, stacked hands, or on the floor. And let's rest. Child's pose, Balasana. A resting place, a neutral place, and a wonderful full body stretch. Let's take this time to thank ourselves for being here today. Taking the time and making the time to step away from your busy life, the busy outside world, just to sneak away and hang out on your mat for a little while. For whatever reason brings you here today, maybe you want to have just a nice little stretch, or maybe just an opportunity to turn your brain off for a little while. Slow things down. No thoughts, no cares, no worries, no anxieties, no demands. Just you. One more breath. On the exhale, let's come up back to table. Now from here, we're going to prepare for downward dog. Curl the toes. Everybody ready? Take a breath in. On the exhale, I want you to push yourself up all the way. Now make your adjustments. Move your feet back a little bit if you have to. Get that tail up high, back is straight, head hanging down. Down dog. Let's walk ourselves up to mountain. Take a few steps. Come up very slowly, all the way up, reversing the blood flow. Roll the shoulders out, shake those hands out, shake those legs out if you have to. Let's get the kids off the floor for just a little while, all right? Now, this is our mountain Tattasana. Feet are hip distance apart, standing nice and tall. Again, being aware of your posture. Let's stay here for a few breaths. Relax those shoulders. Just let your arms hang. And just breathe. Slow that breath down. If you feel you've lost track of your breath, see if you can get it going again. Focus on the sensation of that slow, controlled breath. Let's inhale up. Exhale. Inhale into your gentle back bend, or just reach up to the ceiling. One more breath. Ragdoll. Exhale. Soften the knees, hinging at the hips, fold over and hang out. Keep your knees soft. Now you can go as low as you want or come up a little higher. Be careful this doesn't make you dizzy. If it does, come up a little higher. Now we're going to prepare for a left low lunge. On the exhale, come down, hands on the floor, right knee on the floor, left low lunge. Now, in this position here, ankle to knee, knee to hip. Everything is nice and straight and lined up. Both hands on either side of the left ankle. From here, prepare for crescent lunge. Hands together, inhale up. Now you can stay here if you want. You can lean back just a little bit if you like. So this is a balanced position, so go as far as comfortable. Breathe. One more breath. On the exhale, straighten the spine, bring the hands down. So we're gonna get on both knees now. So if you have to put your hands on the floor to help you, you can do that. So now we're gonna do our half camel. So this is a very deep stretch for the quads, hip flexors, and the spine. So I'm gonna show you 2 ways to do this one here. I'm gonna just go a little bit here so you can see what I'm doing. So the half camel, I'll show you the first version. The deep version is I'm gonna lean back, left arm up, right hand is on my heel, like this, all right? Now, if you find that's gonna be really intense, what you can do is you can put your hand on your hip or just on the back of your leg and do it that way. You don't have to put your hand way down here. Or if you want, put your hands on your hips and just lean back just a little bit. As soon as you lean back, you're gonna feel it right away. So be very careful with this one, okay? And also, when you get into the position, it's probably a good idea to engage your buttocks. Squeeze your glutes. That gives you a little bit more control, a little bit more power, but also it'll stabilize you as well. So I'm gonna do the half camel. Left arm up, right hand onto my heel. Let's go, inhale up. Squeeze your glutes, breathe. One more breath. Exhale, come up slowly. Left low lunge again. Take a second, line yourself up. From here, prepare for child's pose. Hands on the floor, knees back. Child's pose, open up the knees on the exhale, lean back. Again, make sure your head here is supported. One more breath. From here, prepare for upward facing dog. On the exhale, come up. And I want you to bring your arms out, rock forward. Keep your knees on the floor, elbows and shoulders and wrists are lined up. Bring the hips down. Up dog. This is upper body strength, working your spine. One more breath. Exhale. Come back up. All the way. All right. Now we're going to do the other side. So right low lunge. So you're going to stay on the left knee and low lunge. Both hands on either side of the right ankle. We're going to try the camel on this side as well. So onto both knees from here, straighten your spine. All right. Right arm up, left hand on the heel or on the back of the leg or both hands on the hip. It doesn't matter. Let's go. Inhale up and exhale. Half camel. One more breath. Exhale, come up slowly. Right low lunge again. Preparing for crescent lunge, hands together, ready? On the exhale, come up. Make sure you're nice and stable and anchored, and then if you decide you want to go deeper, you can lean back a little bit more. One more breath. Exhale, low lunge again. Now from here, we're going to try a nice move called a squat, a toe squat. So from here, we're going to come onto both knees. Now, I'm going to show you this one here. If you can't do the squat, I want you to stay right on your knees. Otherwise, this is our lovely toe squat. So this is a balanced position as well. Again, it's a really deep stretch for the knees and the thighs. So if it's really not going to happen for you, stay on your knees. Don't worry about it. Otherwise, you can try this. Now, hands together, straighten your spine. So this is a balanced position, but this is working the strength of the toes, the knee, the feet, the ankles. And some of you want to come all the way up here. You could try this, toe squat. Ragdoll, come up. Ragdoll. Preparing for back bend. On the exhale, come up very slowly. Reverse the blood flow. Come all the way up and into your back bend. Or just reach up to the ceiling. One more breath. On the exhale, hands together, Namaste prayer pose, and come down. Lovely. Roll the shoulders up, roll them out. All right, so let's get back out onto the floor. So we're going to sit down right now. So come down slowly. All right, so we're going to work on our little boat today. So little boat is focusing on the abdominal strength. So very important when we're in this position that your back is straight, your neck is long, and you're looking forward. You can look up to the ceiling if you want as well, but try not to round your back and bow your head. You want to use the nice strong muscles in your back, on your spine, and your abdominals to keep you from rolling over, to keep you nice and balanced. Let me show you what we're going to do, and I'll give you a couple of different ways. So we're basically holding onto the back legs, you're going to rock up, and the legs are going to come up. So this is our little boat. Now, if you can't get your legs up very high, don't worry about it. Even if they're here, even if they're just here, doesn't matter. Just holding yourself up like that, you're working the same muscles, all right? So don't overthink it. First of all, let's roll the shoulders out. Roll them out. Relax, all right? Let's try our little boat. All right. Ready? Elbows wide, rock. Big breath, and exhale. Holding onto the back of the legs helps. When you get a little stronger, you can release if you want. One more breath. Exhale, come back up slowly. Lovely. Now let's lay ourselves right onto the ground from here. So come down very, very slowly, all the way. Okay, relax your back and shoulders. We're gonna go right into happy baby. So from here, feet together, knees are wide apart. If you can, grab your ankles. If you can't reach your ankles, put your hands on your knees. And all I want you to do is rock from side to side. Now, if you want to keep your feet together, if you want to open them up a little bit wider, absolutely. So this is a lovely lower back release. Happy baby. Rock and breathe. You feel a nice little stretch into your inner thighs. That's a bonus stretch there. One more breath. Now, the next exhale, I want you to bring your knees together and give yourself a little hug and rock a little bit more. So this is a lovely stretch, releasing your spine, giving yourself a little back massage. It's a bonus stretch for the thighs while you're here as well, and the knees, but really focusing on your spine and your back. So rock and breathe. And just think about how you feel right now. Calm and relaxed and peaceful, maybe content. And when you get to the left, do some little circles, just releasing that lower back a little bit more. Shoulders are relaxed, breath is flowing. And you go to the right, do some little circles, roll around. Knees to center, soles of the feet onto the floor. Let's go right into a reclining bound angle pose. So feet together, and if you can, just let the knees fall open. You can put your arms anywhere you'd like. And this is a beautiful stretch for your buttocks, hip opener, inner thighs, pelvic floor, groin area. Reclining butterfly pose. I want you to just let your body sink into the ground. Every time you exhale, you feel heavier and heavier. One more breath. On the next exhale, bring your legs together. Use your hands, bring them together very gently. Now I want you to stretch the left leg out only. So wiggle around, make sure you adjust your back and shoulders, you're nice and comfortable. And we're going to prepare for supine twist pose. So what I'd like you to do is take your right foot and put it on top of the left knee very softly. Left hand reach up on top of the right knee, and I want you to take the right arm and stretch it out shoulder height. And on the exhale, as you look over the right shoulder, gently pressing on the right knee to the left. So this is for your spine. That's a gentle spinal twist, but you get an extra stretch into the hip area, the right hip area, the glute. So if you want to go deeper, you can push on your knee a little more if you need a little bit of a deeper stretch or not. And I want you to pay attention to your left leg. It should completely relax. You should be able to wiggle your toes. That's how relaxed your leg feels. And your foot is softly resting on your knee. Never any pressure on those knees. One more breath. On the exhale, release the right leg. Let's see if we can go to the other side very slowly. Straighten the right leg, bend the left one, wiggle around, make sure you're nice and comfortable and anchored to the floor. And then when you're ready, left foot on top of the right knee, right hand way on top of the left knee, and left arm is out, shoulder height. Take a breath. And on the exhale, look over the left shoulder now. And then decide on how far you want to go with this particular stretch. You get that beautiful release of the left hip area. We're really focusing on a gentle spinal twist. One more breath. Exhale, slowly release. Now I want you to very gently straighten that leg. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, let them fall over your head. And stretch that body out now. Fingertips to the tips of your toes. If this bothers your shoulders, you can put your arms anywhere you'd like. And just make yourself nice and long and tall and just stretch it all out. And then every time you exhale, feel yourself getting heavier and heavier. Just melting right into that mat. Just disappearing into your mat. It's important for relaxation of a tension-free body and a tension-free mind. All that energy is flowing, energy which is our life force. For one more breath. And on the next exhale, like you bring your hands to the side of your body, palms facing the ceiling, hands are open to receive guidance from your higher self. And let's prepare for our closing Savasana. Meditation, relaxation, reflection time, however you choose to bring this into your practice today. Resting comfortably in your corpse pose. So I want you to really focus on your breath. Just keep that breath going. Today I thought we would do a nice, gentle, progressive relaxation. So just stay where you are. And now that we're resting in Savasana, let's take a minute to thank ourselves for our practice today and for having offered ourselves the gift of awareness. Let's close our session today by performing a progressive relaxation where we deliberately apply tension to certain muscle groups. And then we stop the tension and turn our attention to noticing how the muscles relax as the tension flows away. Through repetitive practice, we quickly learn to recognize and distinguish the associated feelings of a tense muscle and a completely relaxed muscle. With this simple knowledge, we can then induce physical muscular relaxation at the first signs of tension that accompanies anxiety. And with physical relaxation comes mental calmness in any situation. Pay attention to how you feel while relaxing and use the memory of feeling comfortable and relaxed as part of your visualization for your everyday management of stress and anxiety. Each time we do this, our memory becomes stronger and more influential in aiding us in our comfort and our wellness. So let us begin by resting your feet slightly apart and your hands slightly away from your body, palms facing the ceiling. So we're going to start with our feet and our toes. So I want you to squeeze your feet and your toes as tight as you can and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Now I want you to focus on your calves, your knees, and your thighs. I want you to squeeze them and hold them as tight as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Release them. Feel warm and comfortable. Visualize tension either flowing away or sinking into the ground. Now let's focus on your pelvic floor area, your glutes, your buttocks, and your lower back. I want you to squeeze them as tight as you can and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let go. Now direct the attention to the muscles in your abdomen, into your stomach and your middle back. So squeeze your belly, suck your gut in if you want. Hold everything as tight as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Now squeeze and hold your chest, your biceps, triceps, your fist, shoulder blades, bring them together. Squeeze them as tight as you can and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Now let's work our way to our neck and your shoulders. So squeeze your neck muscles, tighten your shoulders, do a shrug if you want to hold it, and squeeze it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Notice if you feel more relaxed in your neck and your shoulders. Now let's work our way up to our face. I want you to squeeze your face, forehead, your cheeks, your nose, your lips, your chin, everything. Squeeze it, even your scalp. Make a funny face and engage it. Squeeze it and hold it as tight as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Let all your facial muscles go completely slack. Now let's do the whole body. I want you to start with your toes and your feet. So squeeze your feet, work your way up your calves, start tightening everything, your knees, your thighs, your pelvic floor, your glutes, lower back, your belly, your chest, all the way. Make a fist with your hands, your biceps, triceps, squeeze your shoulder blades, shoulders, neck, face, scalp, your whole body as tight as you possibly can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Let it all go. Now take a moment to experience the wonderful free-flowing energies and sensations throughout your body and your mind. Try to identify any remaining tension. On your own, go back to those areas that request your attention and tense and relax them a few more times if you have to. Remember that you are getting in touch with your own body, learning to read its signals and knowing that you have the key to take care of those red flags, that we are capable and responsible of living a healthy life each day and each moment of every day. Now take a couple of minutes to embrace the silence in the room and in your mind. Find that place within yourself that speaks to you, the stillness that holds the proper questions and all of your answers, our truth and our identity. Sat Nam. Let your mind, your body, and your soul absorb the vibrations of the bells, bringing your own energies to its appropriate frequency. Now, before you bring yourself to a seated position, while you're laying there, you're completely relaxed, your shoulders are relaxed. Let's do a gentle neck stretch while you're there. So, on the next exhale, I want you to, if you can, turn your head gently to the left. Now let's release any leftover tension that you might have in your neck. Those muscles are very small. They're called scalene muscles. It doesn't take a lot for them to be compressed. And if they're tight, that means the nerves, the blood vessels are also tight. So by releasing them very gently, you're increasing the blood flow into your brain, beautiful fresh blood flow, getting deep oxygenation, helping with your memory, your decision making, and your thought process. For one more breath. On the exhale, very slowly bring your head to neutral position. And if you can, if you'd like, on the exhale, let's turn our head to the right. It's not a big stretch, it's very gentle. But now that your shoulders are relaxed, it really helps to release the tension in the neck. And if you have tension in your shoulders, it always tends to migrate up into your neck. So on the exhale, slowly bring your head to neutral position. All right. So now I want you to bring yourself back into the room, back into your space. Bring life back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes if you'd like. And very slowly and gently bring yourself back up to our cross-legged Sukhasana position, or any seated position that's comfortable for you. All right, take your time. I know it's hard to get off the floor. Sitting nice and tall on your sit bones, back is straight. Let's bring our hands together. Let's really vigorously activate our hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center, close your eyes. And And let's take a nice long smooth breath together to tune in. Inhale. One more big beautiful breath. Shanti, Shanti, peace, peace. May love and light be with you always. Namaste. All right, wonderful, we're done, all done. That was lovely, very nicely done, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. And again, my name is Susan, so thanks, always very happy that you're joining me. And middle of September now, so we're still waiting for our wonderful sports complex to get it together and get open, because they've been closed for a while, renovation. So in any case, get outside, get some sun on your face, of course put your sunscreen on, and find things that make you happy. Go out and play, keep moving, keep your body moving, and we'll see you again real soon. All right?